Denver's flock surveillance camera system is operating without the usual checks and balances provided by elected leaders. Because Mayor Mike Johnston went around City Council to approve a new surveillance camera deal over City Council's concerns. And now we've learned another elected official who was supposed to sign off on that contract has not. The mayor tells our Mark Salinger it doesn't matter.
It's pretty clear Denver Mayor Mike Johnston thinks his city needs flock cameras. It's also clear he's willing to make that decision on his own. He unilaterally extended the contract for the car tracking cameras last October, going around City Council's objections by signing a short-term agreement that didn't require their approval. But the Denver auditor is still supposed to co-sign that contract as a measure of checks and balances outlined in the city charter. For 3 months, the cameras have been operating, even though the auditor still has concerns about signing it.
I do know that the contract is executed as a result of my signature, whether or not that does happen. And so we do know the contract is executed and functioning.
In December, Johnston told us his signature is the one that matters.
Does it matter to you if he signed it, the independent auditor?
I'd have to understand what his questions were. We feel like all the terms of this contract are entirely within bounds what we do normally, and we think they are positioned to support the city for success. So I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I have a lot of concerns right now. I really do.
Denver City Council member Sarah Parody has raised concerns about flock cameras for months.
We do have a strong mayor system in Denver, but we do not have an only mayor system in Denver. The mayor is not a king.
Council didn't have a chance to vote on this contract because it was less than $500,000.
The reason that we have another layer of check here is to make sure that essentially there's more than one decision maker for all contracts of all sizes, even under $500,000. So you see these layers of protection where for any contract, you need 2 city officials signing it. For the larger contracts, you need a council vote.
The other signature is supposed to come from the auditor. The city charter outlines it's needed to protect the city from liability or misusing funds. Auditor Tim O'Brien's office told us he's still trying to get information from the mayor's office and other departments about the appropriateness of the contract. The contract was signed by the mayor 3 months ago. It ends in 2 months.
I think in this particular moment in American history, we have got to be so respectful of structures, and we have got to be so respectful of the ways that we divide governmental power.
City Attorney's Office told me the contract is active and enforceable on the mayor's signature, but the auditor still needs to sign it based on the city charter. It's pretty clear at this point that the mayor has the power in this situation, and it's still unclear, though, if it matters at all if the auditor ever signs it. Again, Kyle, the contract ends in just 2 months. And Mark, this isn't the only issue where Mayor Johnston's essentially told City Council just sit down and be quiet. Yeah, we've heard these concerns and complaints from City Council members in the past. I think back to the very beginning when House 1000 started with the mayor's homelessness initiatives, and they kept asking, how much is this costing? And it took months to get those answers as well. Mark Salinger, thank you.